Hi there, today I want to talk about automated rules inside Google Ads and why you would want to use them, how they can help you manage your account, and then I'm going to briefly show you where to go to set some of those up. So let's dive straight in. So automated rules, what are they and why would you need to use them? Automated rules inside Google Ads allow you to perform certain tasks automatically, or they allow you to send an email when specific conditions are met inside your account. So there are two reasons that you might want to use automated rules, and that is the first option I mentioned, where you actually might want to have certain tasks inside your account managed based on a preset set of criteria. So you could, for example, pause or enable ads and keywords and campaigns. You might want to, you could even adjust bids depending on certain rules, adjust budgets, and that kind of thing. And the other option is that you might want to get an alert when usually when something goes wrong is probably the most common reason that you want to do it. You can get it to send you an email to alert you of where your account has gone sort of outside certain parameters usually, and that can be very helpful. There are certain limitations in that these automated rules only run once a day, so if it's if it's something that if it's very time critical that you hear of these things, maybe not the best way of doing it. But as a basic alert system, it can be quite handy if you don't have any other tools available for that job. So I now quickly want to show you where you can go. So I'm just in the campaigns tab at the moment. Wherever you are, to access automated rules, you just need to click on this traffic light symbol over here, and then you will see create automated rules. You can also, move that a minute, you can also access them via the spanner menu at the top there, and here you click on rules, and then you'll see any rules that you have already set up, and you can also see the history of when your rules have run and the outcomes and any results and that kind of thing. So going back to the campaigns, you click on the traffic light and you want to create a rule. Now, the options that you have here will obviously vary depending on where you are. So I'm in the campaigns tab at the moment. So my options are to enable pause campaigns, to change budgets, or to send an email. So just as an example, I might have a specific campaign running just as an example. I might have a specific campaign running, say, for example, for Valentine's Day. Well, I don't want that. Once Valentine's Day is here and done, I don't want that campaign to run. I don't want to risk forgetting to go back in and pause that campaign once we've got to Valentine's Day. So we can just come in here and it asks you what campaigns to apply it to. So I can either select all enabled or all paused and enabled, or I can specifically select certain campaigns. Now I can either select the campaign, or if you can have it based on a label. So if you on the condition here, you can say, right, I have a label on my campaign that's set to Valentine, which I don't on this particular one. And you can select, so it'll say any campaign that has that label, I want you to apply this rule. And then you can, in this particular instance, you'd say, right, I want this campaign to pause. So I only want you to run this once because I know exactly when I want you to pause my campaign. So I'd say I want you to pause it once on February the 14th at maybe 5 p.m. Okay. You give it a name. You choose the option of whether you want to have an email. I suggest if it's a one-off like this, a one-off rule, I would suggest that you do have it send you an email. If it's something that's going to run every day and make changes every day, you might not want to get an email every single day. Maybe to start with, to check it's working, and then you can switch the email notification off. But choose whether you know or not you want to have an email sent to you, and then you just save the rule. So that's one example. Another example where you might want to set it up as an alert, you would choose the send mail option. So I want to know when the conversion rate of a campaign drops, suddenly drops below a certain threshold. So I will select all enabled campaigns, and I want to say if my conversion rate is less than, 1%, just for argument's sake, I want to run this every day. You might want to run it daily or weekly, something like this. So let's say run it daily, but I want to use data from the last 7 days, say. So if I've got a 7-day period where my conversion rate has dropped, I want to know about it. Another example might be, a very good one to set up for this kind of thing is if there's a billing problem or there's suddenly a problem with your account and your ads have stopped showing, then you would set the condition to be, usually you'd look at impressions. So if my impressions are 0, I want to run it every day using data from the same day. So look at my account today. You might want to run it maybe midday, something like that, and then you can it'll send you an email if your impressions suddenly stop for the day. So you get the idea. There are lots of different options that you can have to set up these. It's really just got to limit by what you can think of. Just to show you how to compare, if you go into ad groups, you get, as I say, you get different options. So if I go into ad groups, then my options are to enable or pause ad groups. I can change ad group bids. So again, you could have a process running on a weekly basis, updating your bids. So say you make changes to the default CPC. So I can say I want to increase my bids by 10%. Sorry, 10%. I can add an upper limit if I want to. If the conversion value over cost, which is my return on ad spend, is greater than 700% over the, I want to run it weekly, and I'm looking at data from the previous 90 days. And that will adjust my bids on a weekly basis based on the performance for the previous 90 days. Obviously, you'd set up multiple ones to increase for good performers, decrease for bad performers, and maybe look at ones which are not converting and give you alerts if you have certain ad groups that are spending money but not converting, and all that kind of thing. So there's a lot you can do with this. And if you go into the keyword level, then you have, again, you can enable or pause, or again, you can adjust keyword bids. So as you can see, there are a lot of possibilities with automated rules. It can save you a lot of time if there are some tasks that you repeatedly do all the time inside your account. I would not advise that you just set these and forget them. You do obviously still need to monitor and make sure things are going according to plan. But I would, at the very least, I would suggest, if you have no other system, to use this to set up certain alerts for overspending, for sudden account just sudden impression drops to suggest that there might be a problem with your billing or something like that. But automated rules can be very handy, and it's well worth having a look and investigating and seeing how you can use them to help improve the management of your account and to save you some time. So I hope you found that useful. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate a bit of love. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to get notified of new videos. Please share the content as well if you know of anybody else who might be interested. But I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care now. Bye.